Squad 44 6-month roadmap is here. They've been promising it, and we finally got it. So let's have a little bit of a sneak peek. Let's have a look in it, what there is. Bro, I'm excited. As we all know, there's been a bit of controversy over the last couple of weeks with the recent updates. I've supported the devs. I still support the devs. Every update, every time they talk, I'm like, you know what? Hey, do whatever you need to do to bring this game to life, man. So let's see what they've got planned for us for the next 6 months. All information provided in this blog is under development and highly subject to change. Hello, soldiers. We've gotten our hands on some top secret documents, so let's go through them. The 6-month roadmap. First of all, some meaning behind the sections. Current operation. These changes are coming soon. In the next update, some have already happened. In concept, these are currently being developed for future updates and future operations. Plans for far into the future, highly subject to change, and could take longer than 6 months to implement. Also note that all this information is subject to change, and we plan to release another roadmap later this year to keep you updated on changes. Sounds reasonable, sounds good, makes sense. Current operations, Chapter 1 overhaul. New map textures, updated weapon textures, new environment meshes, and overall optimization and bug fixing. Our current focus is on the graphic overhaul of Chapter 1 maps. The ambition is to upgrade the appearance of these maps to provide players with a much more realistic and immersive environment. But this is what I've been saying for the last 2-3 years. The Chapter 1 maps have been so bad for that. They just lacked any kind of soul. They felt like they were still in development. They felt like they were still in beta. So I'm so glad they're tackling, and I feel like it's something easy they can tackle early on to get their teeth into like the development cycle of the game and start understanding the engine. So by all means, yes. Research has gone into finding period-specific imagery of market garden areas to further align Chapter 1 maps to the battlefields they reflect. Following the recent lighting and foliage update, the team is working hard to refine buildings and environment measures to provide more realistic textures to get players a little bit closer to the front line of 94.4. And we've already played the new map updates, and the graphics look amazing. I just wish my PC was good enough to play on full 4K. Hats off to them. I think this is a great start for them. Overhaul those Chapter 1 maps, bring them up to par with the later maps, by all means. And I think it'll be good for them. Good practice for them to get into the flow of things, I imagine. Because at the end of the day, these were modders, now developers. I'm sure they've still got a lot of experience they can gain. While our graphic overhaul of Chapter 1 is ongoing, our coders continue working to fix bugs in the game and push further optimization where possible. While combating previous negative game metas, such as backline camping, 100% destroy that and ruin the game. It pushed so many players out. New and old players quit because it was so broken. And people who actually have some common sense realize that. As such, systems like the new spawn and logistics system continue to be refined, and our team is grateful for all the for the feedback from the community in assisting with that. As this rework continues in development, the logistics section will start to receive more love in the coming updates, with more buildables coming to give the logistics section a greater punch in the future and further define their role. You can, some examples of buildables. Yeah, I agree. Like, the logistics section is being broken. It's so overpowered. It doesn't know. It's like the old devs didn't really know where to place it in terms of its like power level and what it was actually meant to do. So I support the devs in bringing back the logistics to be logistics and not some kind of commando SAS squad that goes behind enemy lines. Get rid of all that. They should be logistics. They should be building up defensive, building supply lines. Like, it's what they should be doing. And honestly, these new buildables look amazing. God damn, what a difference this make. Gone are the old weird like chicken wire and like metal rods. Looks good. Can't complain. These different types of tank tracks. Okay, looks cool. Cool. Hopefully you can destroy these easily. Like, if I shoot my tank at these, I want them to be destroyed. Not like these old hedgehogs where you could shoot 50 shells at this and it wouldn't be destroyed. You had to use specific equipment or go dig it down. Hopefully all this can be realistically destroyed as well by a tank. In addition to the above, weapon textures will soon start getting a pass to bring them up to the new standard. We are looking at bringing to the game various new historical accurate weapons and vehicles to add great variety to existing factions. Hey, looks good. I have no idea what I don't know what an MG08-15 is, but man, that looks good. Looks British, combination of British and American. I'm sure history nerds and buffs will tell me. Looks like a mixture of German, French, and English guns. Hey, by all means. The Enfield 1917. Oh my god, yes. In concept, further chapter overhauls, increase accessibility, and admin tools. I've actually had some feedback on this myself and requested some features behind the scenes, you could say, for future events. Although the current focus remain firmly on Chapter 1 maps and models, we will spread the love further to all other chapters to spruce them up and further immerse players across all Squad 44 battlefields. This also includes work to improve the heads and arms of various player models and further refinements to vehicles and accommodate changes made to the gameplay and offer a more genuine look. Following multiple requests from server host admin tools will also be looked at. Yeah, 100% needed. Speaking to server hosts and also running the tournament years ago, it was so hard to put events together, and admin tools, we desperately need them. Need them for spectating, for running the servers. I've put in a big request of the admin tools that will be amazing for future esports and realism events, just to help spectate and create content from them. Because, yeah, a lot of players won't really care about this stuff, but for server hosts and event organizers, stuff like this is you desperately need. When you compare running events in like Squad, Hell Let Loose, Armor, and a myriad of other things, even things like PUBG, the features you have in Postscriptum have always been lackluster. It's always been so hard. Future operations, new game mode, new faction, new theater, increased server player limits. Oh, and we love to tell you about what is being worked on here. Already, we have a new game mode in mind and several weapons for our new faction made and animated, ready to go into battle later this year. But where? We can't give that away yet, and we can say that when these weapons do see action, we hope there will be servers of 100 players. Please share your thoughts on where you would like to see Squad 44. A lot of people are saying Pacific. I still think the Pacific would be amazing. I just don't know if they're biting off too much. Like doing the Pacific, a whole new faction, the Japanese, and then like environmental assets as well. I don't know if that's like too much, if they're biting off too much there, and if it would be better to just focus on Russian, because you've already got half the assets made, both in other like games from OWI. They can steal assets from like Squad and Beyond the Wire because of shared assets there. Sound assets, environmental assets, weapon assets. I would love to see the Pacific, but I think Russia would be the safest bet. They already have Pacific assets in Squad. True, but they don't have the faction weapons. And we've already had a mod in the works for Russia. The Russian mod, Chapter Red, they made a lot of Russian vehicles, weapons, and environments. They could always approach that modding team and like, can we buy your content? It's already done. That's the thing. To me, the safe bet would be... I mean, either way, I'll be happy with either. Don't get me wrong. Pacific or Russia, I would be happy with either. But I think business-wise, for me, the Russian theater would be the easiest one to push through right now. Pacific might be more of a harder, goal. But either way, I'd be super happy, and I support the devs, whatever they do. Cats and MA are doing an amazing job. Community plans. The community of Squad 44 is truly what make it unique, and we plan to show off more of this. Community plans for the community, showing of the modding community through modding spotlight blogs, social media, and live streams, supporting community clan events with advertising Squad 44, revamping the partner program, regular monthly streams, playing games with the community, dev Q&As, events, and so forth. That's something I've been pushing for years. Even with like snazzy and stuff, we were so close to having like full-on Periscope involved in the tournament that I hosted, but it just fell through in the end. We didn't get what we wanted. It was meant to live stream on the official PS channel for the finals, but it just didn't work. Unfortunately, there was like tech. I can't remember, but there's some tech issues with like the stream key not registering properly, which was annoying. But this is all good. This is all good. Yo, father. Thoughts, question, concerns. I mean, I know, like, this is good. This is good. They didn't show a lot, but what this is just more reinsurance. This is wrote by people who play the game. They understand the issues of the game, and they're looking to address those issues to make the game grow. You know, the problem Postscriptum has is it's been so stagnant for the last 3 years. It's not grown. It's only shrunk down and down and down until the point where November last year, 90 average players online at a time. It was dead. It was dead in the water. And that's not just from a lack of updates either, because the game was getting regular updates. I say regular. The updates wasn't that regular. But prior to Periscope going under, the game was still getting updates here and there. New tanks, new weapons, new maps, blah, 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 all this and that. But even then, the player numbers were still dropping. Why? Because the game mechanics just weren't fun. There were so many bugs in the game as well. So I do hope they keep continuing to focus on fixing the bugs and also make the game fun. I know there's a loud, and I'm going to say it is a minority voice. You know why it's a minority voice? Because no one plays the game. Most people quit for various reasons. A lot of people like me quit because it just got boring and there was no updates. The meta just ruined it. So I do hope they keep working on the meta, because at the end of the day, the game does need change. It does need to become more accessible. It does need to be fun. And for the vast majority of people, the game just was not fun. Be positive. Don't be one of these negative people who are scared of change. Be positive. Support it.